Hey everyone, welcome to Rethink Health. My name is Daniel, and on this channel I teach and promote how we can eat and live that leads to a healthy lifestyle for the whole family today. And on this video I'm going to talk about the remarkable benefits of beets for our health, and then I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious smoothie recipe with beets in it. All this coming up next on Rethink Health. So beets are a really powerful food, and especially the color, the shape of it kind of gives it away, as it's good for the health of our heart, the health of our vasculature system, our veins and arteries, and just cleaning and nourishing our blood. And beet is a root vegetable that gets its color from the pigment beta-cyanine. Now, beets have been traditionally used for dyes. I think even with one of the cereals that we get our children, the color in it is from beets. So they're also a good source of natural sugars. They actually used throughout history, it's been used as a source for extracting sugar. So the American Heart Association says that 1 cup of beet juice a day can bring your high blood pressure down at least 10 points. And 1 cup of beet juice has around 59 calories, so it's really low in calories. Also has about 3.8 grams of fiber, which is about 15% of what you need in a day. So beets have just a wealth of nutrients available to us and a lot of good things about them, like it has antioxidants, has natural nitrates, has betaine and vitamins and minerals, and we're going to get into these a little bit. So there's so many benefits of beets out there, and I'm just going to compile them into the top 3 that I think are most important. Number 3, the third benefit that I've pulled out of all my study and research is that they're full of vitamins and minerals. And often today, the standard American diet, we are deficient. Our cells are deficient in what we need, and it's really hard to get the nutrients we need, to get the vitamins and minerals we need with our diet today, with the way we live our lifestyle today. So beets are a great natural source of vitamins and minerals, either raw or juiced. So some of the vitamins and minerals that are in beets are as follows. The percentage is from the daily amount that we need. So 30% of our daily amount of folate, 22% of manganese, 13% of potassium, 11% vitamin C, 8% magnesium, 6% iron, 5% vitamin B6, and as well as some other B vitamins, and 5% phosphorus. And those are just to name some of the few ones that have the highest percentage. So number 2, beets reduce inflammation throughout the body. Now, inflammation is just the body's natural response to a trigger, to something that either is a bacteria, some pathogen, something in the environment that is kind of invading our cells, or even an injury, and the cells rush to the site to heal, to either stop the bleeding, to heal the spot that's been injured. If our cells are injured, or if there's something invading our cells, the inflammation is gonna try and prevent that and try to help those cells out that are injured. So in saying that, I believe that, and some studies that I'll link up show that inflammation, it can be the root cause of a lot of the chronic conditions that we have today. Just think of anything that has itis on the end of it. Like, I'll give you an example, like arthritis, right? It's inflammation in our joints. Dermatitis, inflammation on our skin. This is the body telling us its response to something that is not right, something that's happening in our body that needs to be fixed. These can be alarms for us to say, okay, something is really going wrong in my body, we need to fix this. And so beets are really good for inflammation, for fighting inflammation, for getting to that root cause and taking out the inflammation away. You don't have to struggle with inflammation. So many people are just, their bodies are plagued with all these conditions that have itis on the end of them, right? That are inflammation. So beets are a good way to decrease the inflammation. And some of the conditions that these studies linked inflammation to is obesity, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, autoimmune diseases, cancer. And actually, a cool point to note is that autoimmune diseases are really plaguing our country today, and they stem from the root is inflammation. So as I said, I'll link a few studies that show these things, and one of the studies concluded that exercise and diet, including beets, are considered of central importance for preventing and reducing inflammation that causes disease. These chronic conditions are among the top killers in the world today. And so a diet full of fruits and vegetables, juiced and raw, is essential, and limiting sugar, processed refined foods is so important. And beets are such a great vegetable to start with. The number one, the most remarkable benefit of beets is that it helps the health of our heart, our vasculature system. The color and shape, as I said, gives this right away. Like, it kind of looks like a heart. It's the color red, kind of dark purple red, is the color of our blood. First, I want to describe just a little bit of the difference between juicing beets and raw beets. Now, raw beets are really good because they have fiber. They have like 15% of it, the daily needed amount, right? So it's good to have raw beets. And we're made to just eat, to take and chew and break down food through our mouth and through going down to the esophagus and the stomach, and the acids are going to break that down. That's the natural way as well. But when I think juicing is so important today, because our stomachs, our digestion are not in really great shape, and especially if you're struggling with inflammation, with a chronic condition, or different things. When we juice vegetables and we juice beets, that boost of nutrients is right there. The fiber is taken out so that it's easily absorbed. It's easily going to be assimilated and utilized right into the cells and used for the body's needs. So it's quick, and there's not a lot of work, because the stomach works really, really hard to break down our food. Especially today, we eat it so fast, we don't chew it up well. It has to work really hard. So when we juice beets, it's going to just allow that to get right in quick, and it's going to give our cells, our blood, a really good boost of nutrients. At Rethink Health, we have ready beets. So these are beets that have been already juiced and dried into a powder form, ready. So if you don't have a juicer, if you don't want to do the work and the time that it takes to juice, then Ready Beets is an awesome solution. It's quick and convenient, especially for kids, and we love it. I'm going to share a smoothie recipe. So another thing, it's full of the phytonutrient betaline, if I pronounced it right. It's a powerful antioxidant, and so antioxidants protect our cells from the toxins that come in, so it can help things like heart disease, stroke, cancer, clots in our blood, whatever. So another thing it does in talking about our heart health is that it reduces our blood pressure, like I mentioned in the start. Having beets, juiced beets daily, brings down high blood pressure at least by 10 points. So this study took raw beets and juiced beets. Juiced beets showed the better results for better health and better nourishing our cells. It has antioxidants, it reduces blood pressure, high blood pressure, and it's full of dietary nitrates. Beets are full of, and I think they're actually the best natural source of nitrates. Now, this is not, you're like, well, nitrates, aren't they bad for you? No, synthetic nitrates that are in processed foods are bad, but natural nitrates that come from beets are really good. Now, nitrates, long story short, turn into nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is a potent vasodilator, so that means it's going to open our blood vessels. This is going to give increased blood flow to our vital organs, like our brain, like our heart, like our lungs. So we think of these things. Well, what diseases and things affect the brain, right? Dementia or Alzheimer's, or just poor memory, even our senses, our vision, taste, smell, our neurological system, the body's ability to fight stress, and your sympathetic and parasympathetic, all in your nervous system comes from the central nervous system, your brain, right? Increasing blood flow to your brain is going to help a lot. And even with strokes, our blood vessels are clogged in our brain, so we have stroke. It's going to open them in the brain, it's going to open them in the heart, cardiovascular disease, heart disease. It's going to help with that because it's going to open up the veins, arteries in our heart, in our cells, circulation throughout the body, right? We have bad circulation through different organs that may affect them. Thinking of the kidneys, the liver, that help detoxify, cleanse our blood, and extremities. We're having things show up on our skin, or we have poor circulation in our extremities. It's going to help with all these things, right? So increased circulation throughout all the body, and just cleansing of our vasculature system, which is our veins and arteries. So all of the above improve the clarity, strength, energy, clean organs, and just help maintain the health of your cells and the health of your whole body. So just a summary of all the things around our heart and how it helps our heart is first, it has antioxidants. It can lower our blood pressure. It's full of dietary nitrates, turn into nitrous oxide, and increases circulation throughout our body and our vessels. As we look at all these top killers today and how they can be prevented, the sad thing is that they can be prevented with diet and exercise and just a healthy lifestyle, right? And all these benefits that beets have, why wouldn't you want to consume beets, and especially beets that are juiced? And so Ready Beets is an awesome option, convenient for today with our fast pace. So in 1 can of Ready Beets, there's about 15 pounds of juiced beets, dried in low temperatures that are preserving the nutrients. It's a great option for families today. All you have to do is add it to a smoothie, add it to water, mix it up, drink it. So let's get into how to make this smoothie. So the sweet beet smoothie, you have 1 cup of almond milk or coconut milk, whatever. There, also on this you can read, it says how many cups, so you can just pour until you get to the cup. And then 1 cup of water. Our beet powder, Ready Beets. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. You can start with 1 if it's too strong, and then go to 2 or whatever. But keep in mind that this is feeding your family, 4 people, so it's good to have more in for sure. And there's so much, you got so much fruit going into it that you shouldn't notice the taste at all. It should taste really sweet, really good. Then we got 2 dates. Got 1 to 2 bananas. And then I got already a couple cups, 2 to 3 cups of mixed frozen fruit. And this one is this mix from Costco. So you got mango, pineapple, dragon fruit, passion fruit. Mix it yourself, whatever berries you have at home, and blend them. Like blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Just blend in a bunch of berries that you have kicking around home. And even freeze some ahead of time so you get that nice cool smoothie. And then another thing you can do is add chia seeds if you want to add in extra fiber and nutrients. And you need a high-speed blender. We're using Vitamix today. I'll put a link in the bottom for Vitamix blenders as well. There we go. And there's your sweet beet smoothie. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please subscribe for more videos. I hope you learned a lot, and go on over and visit rethinkhealth.com and check out the link below to get your own Ready Beets for your family. Talk to you next time.